Okay, I've started the recording. I was saying that we were using, we were dealing with the insert commands, right? So we know first method. First method is what? You don't specify the column name, you directly insert the values. So, but the first method has to be, if you're using the first method, the values that you're using, the values that you're going to insert should be equal to the number of columns that you have already specified, and you should also follow the order. Right, if the column name is EN, employee number, employee name, or employee salary, the order should be like this. Value one should be the value one should be the value of employee ID, employee name, and the employee salary. Right, and the method two is like you can specify the columns. According to that, you can insert the values. There the number of columns. If you are specifying only two columns, you can insert only the two values. If you are specifying only one column, you can insert only the one value. And the remaining entries will be filled with a null value. It will be treated as a null value, right? And again, we have seen about the establishing the connections once again. To create a table, a privilege needs to be granted for creating table, and to insert the data, again one more privilege needs to be granted. And what else we have seen, right? And we have seen how to work with the method one of inserting data. And we have also seen we have also understood about the update command, right? So update is, if you want to update a particular record, you want to update a particular value on a particular record, you can do that by using the where condition, right? We have seen some examples on that. We have also seen about the delete command, right? So delete command is you can delete a particular record or a particular row, or if you want to delete all the rows, you can do that as well. If you use where condition, it is like you can specifically delete a particular row. If not, all the rows would be deleted. Right? And we have seen, right, yesterday we have also seen about is there any way that we can restore the deleted data? So that was the question asked by you. So we will understand that today. We will understand about the complete difference between the truncate and the delete command. So in what cases we go for truncate, in what cases we go for delete command. Then we will discuss about the data retrieval language, the another sub language, DQL language. Right? Let's understand the difference between the delete command versus truncate command. So delete, truncate. So delete command is what? Delete command is under the DML subset, right? It is a, you can say that it is a DML command. Okay? DML, data manipulation language command. The truncate command is what? It is a DDL command. One difference. So this comparison is very important in the interview room. So most of the time you get this question: what difference between delete and truncate in MySQL? Okay, you should say at least 5 or 6 differences. Okay, you will understand each and every difference in detail. It is a delete command and it is a DML command. It is a DDL command. So the delete command, you have an option to delete a specific row, isn't it? I can say that it can be used to delete a specific row. Whereas truncate command, you do not have an option to delete a specific row. It means it's not possible to delete a specific row by using what? By using the truncate command. Why it is not possible? It's not possible to delete a specific row in truncate command, because it does not support the var class. So the third point can be like this: supports because it is supporting, since it is supporting the var class, you are able to delete a specific row by using the delete command. That's why I can say that it supports what? It supports the var class. Var class. Var class condition. Whereas the truncate command, it does not support the var clause condition. Fourth point, so the data that you are going to delete by using the delete command is going to be temporary. Okay, I can say that is a temporary data deletion. Why temporary? We will discuss that. Why? How can it be temporary? We can discuss that. It is a temporary data deletion. So the data that you're going to delete by using the truncate command is going to be a permanent one. The permanent data deletion. Okay, we can restore the deleted data. Is it possible to restore the deleted data under delete command? Yes, it is possible. Then restore the deleted data by using what? By using the rollback command. Restoring the deleted data is definitely not possible. It is not possible in what? Possible by using the truncate command. And the last point is what? You can also give a point like the execution speed. The execution speed of delete command is slow. It is slow because it is going to delete. It will delete rows in one by one manner. Deleting occurs in one by one manner. Okay, the execution speed of truncate command is very fast. Speed of truncate command is something like very fast. Because all the rows will be collected together and will be deleted in the page wise. I can say that deleting occurs page wise. That's it. So these are the 6 important differences that we have to understand for the delete command and the truncate command. Now we will see why I am saying it as a temporary deletion and what is this rollback command, right? And why the deletion speed is a little bit slower than the truncate command. Why the deletion speed of delete command is a bit slower than the truncate command. We will understand those differences and we will move to the next topic. This is very important question for the interview: delete and truncate. Even if you are an experienced candidate or if you are a fresher, you can expect this question. Right? Next thing. Okay, we will see. Okay, let me log into my database. Well, yes. What is our database name? MyDB 7am. Password is also MyDB. Let's connect it. Okay. Let me create an employee table first. Simple employee table. Create table employee. So let me take EID as the integer data type, column name EID as integer data type, and the column ename as var2. Okay, and the third one is what? E-salary as number data type 8 comma 2 8 comma 2 something. A table created. I want to insert some data. Some data. Yesterday we have seen inserting data by two methods. So what we have done just now? We have just created a table by the name of employee. Now focus here, guys. Employee table has been created. Okay. Table created successfully. So because of this action, let's update this space. So because of this, we are able to what? We are able to create a table. A table has been created successfully. So you have what? You have employee ID, employee name, and e-cell. Okay. So I want to insert data. So let me insert some data, some random data. So insert into employee. Okay. Values. I'm using the method one of inserting data by entering the values directly without specifying the column names. So let me take the EID as 1 and let me take the ename as something like Suresh. Okay, let me take salary as something like one row created. Okay, let me make some changes. Instead of 1, let me take the employee ID as 2. Instead of Suresh, we take it as Ramesh. Let me take 3. Second data is inserted. But I want to introduce, I will be introducing another approach. You can also insert the data dynamically. When I say inserting the data dynamically, so you will be using a symbol called the ampersand symbol. So because of these two actions, what has happened behind the scenes? Okay, there are rows created. A row has been generated. One row for Suresh, and this salary is something like 2000. Okay, another row has been generated for Ramesh, and his salary is something like something like 3000. Okay, so I want to insert the data dynamically. How can I insert the data dynamically? So for this, there is also a syntax. Let me introduce the syntax for that. Syntax. The syntax is like you will be using the insert command, insert into the table name. Table name, and want to insert what you want to insert the values, and you use you directly fill in the column names, but you will be using an ampersand symbol here. Ampersand symbol followed by the column name. Ampersand symbol followed by the second column name, comma ampersand symbol followed by the third column. Okay, previously how did we do the insertion? Previously we are just entering the values directly. The values has been entered directly, but this time I am using another method. This is something like a method 3. where I want to insert the data dynamically. Sir, what do you mean by dynamic insertion? What do you mean by so this is a typical syntax for dynamic insertion. Where it is going to use, why we are using this, we will understand that now. Okay, but I want to insert the data dynamically. So here I am not entering the values. I am just specifying the respective column names. I'm just specifying what? I'm just specifying the respective column names. So what would happen? Okay, what would happen when I execute this command? Let us see that. Okay. Insert into employee values. Okay, ampersand, instead of entering the values directly, so I am doing what? I am just using an ampersand symbol followed by the name of the column. I am using another ampersand symbol followed by the name of the column, employee name. I am using another ampersand symbol followed by the name of the another column, employee ID, employee name, and employee salary, which is these column names are preceded with an ampersand symbol. Okay, now it will give you an option to enter the data dynamically. So I can go and enter the data dynamically. Enter value for EID. Let me enter 103. Enter value for E name. Entry. Let me enter Ganesh. Okay. Now enter value for E salary. Let me enter something like 4,000. It says okay. So here we are getting an error. This error is like I did not enclose this Ganesh properly. That's why we are getting this error. Let me redo this. Okay, I'm entering the data dynamically. Employee ID is 103. Employee name is Ganesh. Okay, and employee salary is something like 4,000. It says one row inserted. Something it is saying, okay, old value and the old one and the new one. It is collecting the data from the end user directly. So this insertion is called as what? The dynamic insertion. Dynamic insertion. If you want to keep repeating this process over and over again, okay, you can use a slash code. You can just use a forward slash and you can give enter. Okay, it gets repetitive. Okay, this action will be repetitive the moment you start using this forward slash and you give the enter key. It gets repetitive. It is asking you again enter value for EID. Let me enter 104. Enter value for E name. Let me enter Rakesh. Okay. Enter value for E salary. Let me enter something like 5,000. Okay. Again it says one row created. I want to keep this process very repetitive. I will be using a forward slash again. Isn't it? So it is asking me to enter the value. Okay, let me enter 105. Okay, let me enter something like Vignesh. Okay, let me enter salary something like 6,000. So here you are getting an option to enter the information dynamically. Usually now it is not making any sense. Why? Because we are entering this data dynamically. As we have already have two options to enter the data, why one will go for entering the data dynamically? Why one will go for that? In the future classes, we will be seeing we will be doing some case studies. So when I say case studies, okay, we will be checking dynamically what happens if the salary of, for example, what happens if the salary of the Ramesh is increased along with the commission, along with the percentage, right? Along with the what we call it as if he is opting for a leave encashment. Leave encashment means something like if the employee may be saving at least 15 days of leave every year, that can be encashed at the financial year end. For each and every leave, he may get the exact amount which he is getting every single day when he is working. So you can do encashment for that. At the year end, if you want to calculate the information of a particular employee dynamically, right? You also make a lot of when you create a lot of formulas, you will use a lot of arithmetic operation. Over there, you will understand the importance of the dynamic entry. For now, understand there is an option to enter the data dynamically. How that option works? This is how the option works. What is the typical syntax? So this is the typical syntax. This is a typical syntax. And how did I proceed by entering the values? By using the ampersand symbol. Ampersand symbol. Right? After doing this, I will be able to enter the data dynamically. So this is the first step. Right? Because of after executing this command, you will get a prompt. You will get a prompt for each and every single data. The prompt one. Enter the value of EID. This is the prompt one, right? And second, enter the value of ename, prompt 2. Okay, enter the value of eSalary, prompt 3. Okay, and you get something. Okay, old one and the new one. These are the internal things. Okay, and at last you will get one row created. So for each and every prompt, the data is getting entered dynamically. 3. Okay, you are entering Ganesh, and you are also entering what? Salary, 4,000. Right? And again, so if you want to continue this repetitively, you will be using the forward slash. It keeps executing. It keeps executing the dynamic set repeatedly. Okay, forward slash. This will ensure that you are able to insert the data dynamically. So after doing this, you get again the same entries. You will be prompted to enter employee ID, employee name, employee salary. Okay, the order will be preserved. Okay, you will be asked to enter in the order that you have specified. So again, how many entries we have created? Fourth entry. What is the fourth entry? Rakesh and Vignesh, right? Rakesh, and your fifth entry, we have Vignesh. So totally we have 5 records. Yeah,
Sir,
tell me.
sir, at least we have to enter the dynamic at least one time in our command prompt, sir. Or directly we can
No,
forward slash and enter.
it is not required to enter this. There are some cases where you will be where there will be some requirement to do what. For example, if you're taking the row like this, second Ramesh 3000, you want to manipulate this. If you want to see the if you want to do some kind of arithmetic operation, so you create formulas. I mean, you create a lot of formulas behind the scenes. Okay, you create. I mean, there is a term called alias. We will be creating a lot of alias names to check the future information, to check the future data of a particular employee, or to check the future trend of particular employee. In order to check those future trends, we will not be checking the future trends of all the employee. Okay, you will be checking the future trends of particular employee. Over there, you will pick up those employee names, and you create some formulas behind the scenes. Then you will approach this, but it will be used like very less. You will come across in the future. Okay, there are some property where we'll be using the aggregate functions like sum, count, maximum, minimum, where we'll be using some arithmetic operations, doing some arithmetic operation. Over there you will understand this better. For now, just think that okay, there is an option like entering the data dynamically. That's it.
Okay.
5,000, something like 6,000. So now we have understood that there are 3 options to insert the data. Okay, sir, so far so good. So our discussion is on top of what command? Our discussion is on top of delete command. Okay, now remember this one thing, guys. See, now if I see, focus here, focus here. Now we have inserted some data. So when I select this, select star from employee, right? we have, the data has been listed in the console. So we have the data. So do you think that this data has been stored in the memory permanently? So we have just done the insertion, right? We have just done the insertion. So what is the proof that the insertion is successful? Okay, the insertion is successful because this is the proof that the insertion is successful. But remember one thing, the above table is not getting stored in the permanent memory. Why it is not getting stored in the permanent? What is the proof? The moment if I close this and if I try to open the employee table again, this information will not be there. The table's information will not be there. Do you remember in our when during the first few classes I was telling you, right? So you will be using SQL Plus. So inside the database, there are two memory areas. One memory area is what? The instance memory area. Second one memory area is what? The actual database memory area. Instance memory area. If you remember not instance memory area. At this instance memory area, so whatever the data that you have entered, whatever the data that you are inserting, so if you are creating rows, okay, all these informations will be stored in the form of table in the instance memory area. The instance memory area, right? It will be moved to the permanent memory area. It will be moved to the database only if you perform an action called the commit action. So this will be, for now, this is inside the RAM area. This is inside what? This is inside the RAM area. It cannot be moved to what? It cannot be moved to the permanent area. The proof is that if I close this and if I open this once again, you cannot see this data anymore. This data will be deleted because it has occupied in RAM space, instance space. It is occupied in instance space. I want to move it from instance space to the database in permanent memory. So for now, this information is in what? This information is under instance space, instance area. Okay, or RAM area, I can say. For simplicity, it is inside the RAM. I want to move it. I want to move it to what? I want to move it permanently to the database. Permanently to the database. Permanent means hard disk. I want to move it to the hard disk so that the data is stored permanently. Okay. How I can able to move this to the hard disk? Very simple. There is only one command called the commit command. The moment I enter commit command, this commit command will ensure that the data that was in the instance area will be moved to the database area, which is what? The table is going to be stored permanently in the database area because of this commit action. Okay, now you see, I have just committed it. Let me say. I can say like, I can give a query like, let's get this. Okay. Please be informed that the data that has been inserted is made available in the instance memory, not in the database memory. In order to move it to the database memory, you will have to perform commit action by using the once it is committed, it is like, okay, once you perform the commit action, once you do this, okay, the data that was available in the instance memory will be moved to the permanent memory, will be moved to the hard disk. So this will get moved to, after the commit action, this gets moved to the hard disk. As simple as that. Now the data is permanent. If I close this and if I open this once again, let me close this. Let me open my SQL Plus once again. Okay, let me connect IDB 7 a.m. I'm sorry. This part. 1 a.m. IDB 7 a.m. Okay, connected. Okay, select star from employee. In our database, you are able to see. So when you are not committing it, you cannot see this. You cannot see the table. You cannot see these rows. You can see the table structure. I mean, table structure will be preserved, but not the actual data. Actual data will be deleted because without committing the action, you are like, you are like working with the temporary database or instance memory, isn't it? So our discussion is on top of what? Delete command. Now you see, I want to do what? I want to do delete. I want to delete. When I delete start from employee. Okay. So this command will specifically delete. Okay. This command is going to delete specifically all the contents, not the actual table. This command, the moment you use delete command, this delete command is going to delete, even though you mention the employee name, under the employee name, it is going to delete only the rows, only the records, not the table itself. Only the records will be deleted. So the moment I do this, okay, what is happened? What is my table? So this is my table. Right? Table. The moment I hit this command, all this data will be what? Will be deleted. Data will be deleted. But this is not the permanent deletion. This is what? This is not the permanent deletion. This has been deleted temporarily. I have an option to restore this. I have an option to restore this. But if I want to restore it, how is it even possible to restore this? Okay. There is a command called what? There is a command called rollback command. Now let me show the action. Let me show my action. Select star from employee. We are getting a still. Okay. Delete. Delete from employee. Previously I did not delete it. Okay, that's why delete from employee. Deleted 5 rows. Okay, select star from employee. Now it says no rows are selected. It means all the data has been deleted. All the data has been deleted. Now I want to restore it. If I want to restore it, I will be using what? I will be using the rollback command. It says rollback complete. So what does it really mean? The deleted data has been restored successfully. So you are getting an option for the delete command. That's what I'm trying to say. Rollback is a command which is going to ensure that. So rollback command is not only going to help here, it is going to help in many places. But the idea is rollback is what? Getting it rolled back to the previous state. It is talking about the state. It is performing the action from converting the action from the current state to the previous state. It's not performing the action of restoring actually. That is not happening here. Rolling back means it is just performing the action of the from the current state to the previous state. Previously, what was the state of this employee? It has a table. That state it is bringing to that state. Right? So this is the rollback command. So the moment you give this rollback command, okay, what happens? The row that you have deleted, the data that you have deleted, it will be restored. Data will be restored back. Data will be restored. And again, we will understand this rollback command in detail. We will be understanding the commit command in detail. Okay, there is a lot of discussion about rollback and commit command. So for now, you should understand that I have just mentioned, right? So we can restore deleted data by using rollback command. So this is how it is. But the restoring is not possible in truncate. The moment you hit the truncate button, it means gone, permanent. That's all. There is no option that we can restore. You cannot do any other thing. You cannot look into any other option. That's it. Once it is deleted, it is deleted. That's it. Right? So let me use the truncate command. If I use the truncate command, truncate table, and I need to give what? I need to give the table name. So table truncated. If I say select star from the no row selected. If I do rollback, it says rollback complete. Okay, so let me again select the table. If the rollback is really complete, I should be able to see all the rows. I'm not able to see it. It is trying to move it to the previous state, but it is not happening. That state is not getting triggered. Here what I'm to confirm that I'm again selecting all the data from the employee. It says no row selected, which means the data that is there has been deleted permanently, permanent deletion. Right? And next thing, see, focus on the next thing. What is the next thing? The execution speed of command is slow. So why it is slow? Now you see what would happen when you start hitting the delete command. Why they are saying that the execution speed is slow? Delete command execution. Why it is slow? Okay, the moment you hit the execute command, it is going to delete one by one row. The first row will be deleted. Okay, then the second row will be deleted. The action will be what? Action will be like one by one, not by by taking all the rows and getting it deleted. Okay, the action will be what? One by one, one by one, one by one. It is a time consuming, right? So even that one by one action will be in the matter of fractional second when you talk about the time, but still comparatively comparing with truncate, this is what? This is a bit slow, right? So I can say that the rows will be deleted one by one. Rows will be deleted one by one. But the truncate command, what the truncate command does? The truncate command will delete this by using the page wise, which means in a page, if it finds at least 100,000 rows, those 1,000 rows will be deleted at once by using what? Truncate command. The rows will be deleted page wise. Right, this is the delete command. This is the truncate command. We will use this truncate command in the OLAP application. So these are something the advanced topics. Okay. So you don't use this as a developer. You don't. You will not come across this very often. The database stuff. Right. Now let us see the new concept. The third one, DQL or DRL command. Very important command for the data retrieval. You will be working on this command very often. What is DQL? Data query language, okay, or data retrieval language. Okay. The only command that the most important command that you would come across under the DQL subset is select command. Okay. What is the significance of select command? It is going to read or retrieve all rows from a table at a time. Okay. It is used to read the data or retrieve data. Retrieve the data from a table at a time. First thing. Okay, second thing is, tell me.
మెచ్ గురించి ఏమైనా ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేస్తారా?
No. Match topic is under the different subset, not today.
Okay.
That is under the different subset. So to read, read or retrieving a specific rows or rows from a table by using the var condition. Now look at the syntax of the select command here. Syntax. Select star. Okay. Star means nothing but star is like list of columns, all the columns. When I say star, it means I am being very specific that select all the columns. Select all the columns from what? From table name. Okay. And also I can use a condition. I can use a var clause along with the condition. Here a star is representing what? All the columns in the table. Star is representing all the columns in the table. Condition, right? Star is representing all the columns in the table. To understand this, let me put my own tables. Okay, I have some tables to understand this better. I have created some tables. I will share this to you I will put this in the YouTube description. So I have employee table. So in the employee table, I have some columns. I'm doing this to save some time. I have the column name. I have something like so I'm using not null. Not null. Not null means you should be very clear that this column should not have any null values. You cannot leave this column empty. For now, just think like what is not null. You cannot leave this column empty. I have employee name column. I have job column. I have manager column. I have hire date column. I have salary column. I have commission column. I have department number column. Okay, let me create a big table for your screen. So table created. I want to insert the values also. I will be sharing this to you. So to save some time, I'm doing this. Okay. I am going to insert 10 values. Ten values. 10 values are inserted. Okay, let me select the employee table. Select star from employee. Okay. You're getting the information like employee table. Let me do something else. So don't worry about the space size and lines. I will explain this to you. I'm just making the employee table as in the organized way. Because here it is not structured properly. The rows are getting, the column names are getting an additional space, and the information is not clear and tidy, right? It is not concise. You're not able to focus on the actual information. I'm just setting the things like setting page size to 100, setting lines to 160. In this way, I can correct the table structure so that it is very crystal clear and concise. You will understand about this. For now, this is not important. Understanding about this select. I have selected my employee table. So these are the information that you have. Okay, let me add one more table quickly. I want to add a table, department table. So department table has three columns: department number, department name, and LOC. Department table has been created. Let us add some value. Okay, so department table is also created. Let me add another table. We have the salary grade table, sal grade. And you have the respective values. HI sal, LO sal, and the grade you have. Okay, done. All the information has been added. Select star from employee. So we have deleted the values from the employee. So our new employee is what? EMP is our new table, employee table. After selecting star from employee, you are able to see all the information, all the relevant information. Isn't it? Right now we focus here. So I have a lot of ways to retrieve a particular data information. So I am just using the select star command from employee. It is same as I can also do like select star from department. I am getting all the department information. So the star is equivalent to I can do it like select department number, comma D name, okay, comma LOC from DEPT. I can use star directly. Star means it is going to retrieve all the columns. Okay, it is considering all the columns. If not, okay, if you are okay, if you are well enough, if you are good enough to give all the employee, all the column names, you can also do that. Okay. It's the name of the column. 1 minute. Department. D name. Okay, I'm sorry. It's D name. The name of the column is D name. It has been trimmed. You will be able to see all the column information. If you want to give all the column information, you can also do that. Or else, let me take the employee. It's select star from EMP. So you have the employee, all the employee table, right? If you want to select only the ename, you want to show only the information under the ename, you can also see that. Select, okay, ename, specify the column name from the table name, EMP. Okay, so you are specifying only one column name here, you are specifying only ename here. In this case, we'll be getting only the employee name information. We'll get only the employee name information. Right? It's up to you which column information you want to see. Right? You are just reading the data. Understand something. You are just reading the data. It is not like a new table is getting created. It's not like a new table is created. Out of this, the actions that you are doing, the read operations that you are doing here. This is the table that you have. Okay, this is the structure of the table, but you can do a lot of read operations like select ename from emp. So this is one of the read operation or the data retrieval operation. In this case, you are very specific that okay, the column name is ename. Only the data under the ename from the employee table I want to get the data. So only this data will be what? This data will be displayed in the console. It will display to you. It is not like a new column is getting created. It's not like a new column is getting created. Only the data that is here will be displayed in the console. Data retrieval is just happening. Apart from that, nothing else. We'll be imagining that a new column is getting created and it is getting displayed. It is getting displayed in the console. New column is not getting created. Only the data, right? Select star from EMP. Now you see, I want to get the information. Now you see, uh, you have the job titles, right? I want to see the job information. Okay. Select star from EMP, or else I can say that select job from EMP. Okay. Now this command will execute, will give us all the job details, all the job information. SC means software engineer, PM means project manager, HR means HR, MKT means marketing, AT means analyst, BA means business analyst. I want to see where condition. I want to where job title is SC. I want to see only the employees. I want to see only the employees whose job title is SC. But it is saying only the, it is giving only the job title. But I also want to see the employee name. What I will do, if I want to see the employee name along with the job title, I will be adding the column name here as employee name, and the column, another column name is what? Job. I want to see the employee name as well as the salary as well as the job title of software engineers. So I will be specifying the three column names: employee name, job, and salary. And the condition is very specific here. Condition is only retrieve the employee details who is working as the software engineer. This is the where condition. For now, just try to understand about this. So you are not understanding about this where condition. You are understanding about the select statement. We are trying to retrieve the data by using select statement. So over the execution, once this is executed, okay, for now just keep that the where is a certain type of condition where you can be more specific to retrieve a specific information. So now John is a software engineer, salary is something. David is a software engineer, his salary is something like this. Specific information can also be retrieved. So this is not only about retrieving this information. There are so many things that you can do with the select state. If you get locked out of the meeting room, please rejoin. We will understand about the alias name now. When you practice this, these things are very easy. You can do a lot of things. You will get those things only with the practice. Now let us understand about alias names. This also part of the DQL subset. So when I say alias name, what is an alias name? What is an alias name? It is a temporary name or nickname, I can say. Every person has a temporary name. Every person has a nickname. Somehow he would be assigned with a nickname temporarily. So for sometimes it is just like a pet names like Bunny, Chinny, there are a lot of names in Telugu, temporary names, right? Bantu, Bintu, Bandu, lot of alias names are there. A person may be holding at least one alias name in his lifetime. It is not a permanent name because it cannot be used in the Aadhaar card, it can be used in the PAN card, things like that. Likewise, even in the Java base, you can assign a temporary names for what? You can assign an alias names for the table as well as for the column. Alias alias names are assigned to columns and tables. Okay? And the lifetime of this alias name is equal to the lifetime of the query execution. Okay? Why we are using alias name, that we will understand. Okay? That is not that is one of the things that I need to take care, that will understand. But there is an option for you to create alias name for the table. Let us say that if your table name is, you have a table, right? And let us say that the name of the table is something like employee. And let us say that, and you have only one column in your table. Let us say that the name of the column is employee ID. What you want to do, you don't like to call this table as emp. Instead, you want to call this table name as what? X. Here X is an alias. X is an alias. Instead of using emp, if you want to use a temporary name, okay, you can use any name. It can be like it is not like you are supposed to use only one name. It is not like that. You can assign any temporary name. You have something like EID. You do not like to use this EID. If you want to use a temporary name or alias name, you can use something like YL. Here X is an alias of table name. Here Y is an alias of column name, which is EID. Why we want to assign this alias name? In the future discussion, future topics, we will be discussing a lot of things, like there are something like you will be discussing about joins. Okay? Under joins, there is a concept called self joins. Joins are nothing but joining two tables. So we haven't come across that yet. Now we are dealing with a single table only. So joining means joining two tables. Under joins, there is a concept called self join. To implement this concept, you cannot just so this SQL language is designed in such a way that they have introduced a concept called alias names. By using the alias names, you can implement the joins concept. So over there, this will make a lot of sense. Now we might be thinking why we have to use alias names, or why it is necessary when we have the actual names. We are happy with the actual names. What is the necessity of going for the alias? I was saying alias name is a temporary name given to what? Given to columns. My screen is getting shared. Let's wait. Given to table or columns. Okay. And what is the validity? What is the lifetime of this alias name? When I ask you about the lifetime of the alias name, the lifetime of the alias name is just like, the moment you start executing the query. The moment you start executing the query, for example, if let us say that executing the query is going to take 5 seconds. Okay, the validity of the aliasing name is also going to be what, 5 seconds. For example, if you are using an alias name like for executing a query, let us say that the query is going to get executed by within a time of 0.5 seconds. The validity of alias name is also going to be what, 0.5 seconds. In practicals, you will see these things. You will see the benefits of the alias name. 0.5 seconds query execution time. Okay. The lifetime of alias name is also what, 0. Lifetime of just equivalent to the query execution time. Right? So let us understand how to create this alias names. How one can create the alias name. So there are two types of aliases. One is column level aliases. Column level alias. So in this level, the name itself says you can able to create alias name for the columns. Okay. In this level, we can create alias names for the columns. Syntax. Column name. So just give the column name as column alias. For example, if you have the column name as EID, the alias name is going to be like anything. It can be X, it can be Y, it can be Z. Okay, we will see the use cases now. And also there is another level aliasing, table level aliasing. Second one is table level. So in this level, we can create alias name for the table. We can create alias for the table. So the syntax is table name. Okay, followed by table alias. So for giving alias names to the table, you don't use what? You don't use this as. You don't use this as. Yes, as. Okay. Now can I just create the alias? I can just create the alias name like this. Let us see one example. Okay. Okay. Let me select the department table. Select star from department. I have the department. I want to create alias name for department name. Okay. D name as X. T name is the column name, and alias name is I'm giving the alias name as X. Now see what will happen if it says unknown command name as something like that is saying department number as Y. I'm trying to give the alias name to the department number as Y. That is giving things like this. Giving the things like this. Okay. Now you are not allowed to directly give the alias names just like that. Okay. You are what? You are allowed to give the alias name along with the combination of along with the combination of column and the table levels. Okay. Let me creating alias of the using the combination of column and table level alias. Now the actual syntax: select column name. Let me take a column name as column alias comma followed by table name as table just table alias. Okay, this is the typical syntax. Now let us try to understand this. What I'm trying to say is, okay, aliasing cannot be created only for the column, only for the table. You have to combine the combination of column level alias and the table level alias. You need to do that combination. Okay, I can say that select department number as focus here, department number as S. I'm giving the department number, that is a DEPT number, isn't it? DEPT number as set. Okay. Select LOC as, sorry, not select, LOC as Y. LOC as Y. From where? From department, DEPT as happening. I'm sorry. See, now focus here. I have department number as X. I have LOC as Y. From I'm using the table name. Table name as I am using. For the tables, you cannot use this as. You cannot use this as for the tables. Only for the column you can use, not for the tables. And now if you just enter this, you'll be getting, okay, the department number has been changed to X and the LOC has been changed to Y. Location, LOC is for nothing but location. Location has been changed to Y. Right? Now you are getting this kind of information. If you want to do the same thing, let me say that select select D name as I want to alias the department name as the Z. My own name I am giving. If it is one letter, no issues. If I want to combine it with more than one letter, more than one word, for example, department name. So this is a combination of two words, isn't it? Combination of two words. When I have the combination of two words, I need to use what? I need to use the double quotes, right? So this is the actual alias name. D name as department name. Now we are being very specific. D name is not giving me complete picture. I want to give an alias name as department name. From where? From department table. Department is a table. DPET was department, isn't it? Now you see. Now department name. So this is not giving the complete information because I have made some changes for the page limit as well as the lines limits. That's why you are getting DEP. So it is representing department name. You are getting this. Okay. So this is just the basic understanding about the aliasing. Now I will tell you the actual uses. We are going to see these things in detail in the tomorrow's class. I will show you one actual use. One actual use with the aliasing concept. Right? Let me say select star from EMP. Let me say EMP. Now we just focus on the salary part. Salary, you have the salary. Let us say that what happens if I give increment of 5,000 to each and every employee? What happens if I give increment of 5,000 to each employee? What is this? This is the salary column, SAL column, comma, right? What I am doing here, I am saying salary plus 5,000. I am saying salary plus 5,000, right? As new salary from EMP, EMPS, EMP. Now you see, you are taking the salary, the actual salary information, and you have another column called new salary. You are able to see the new column as new column as by the name of new salary. You are using this query. Okay, you are doing some manipulation. After doing this manipulation on the salary table, you are taking the salary. You are taking the salary column and you are performing some manipulations like plus 5,000, plus 5,000. Right, all the information of salary column will be added with 5,000. Not in the existing column, but it will create a new column. So here aliasing is required. What I am doing, I am just giving birth to the new column by the name of by the use of aliasing concepts. I am using as, I have given the new column name as new salary. Okay, new salary column will be created and the arithmetic operation is also done. So in this way, by using the alias name, you can see the manipulations. You can see the manipulated data, but it will not manipulate in the actual table. It gets manipulated in the new column. This is possible only because of aliasing. You're able to see this kind of things. Because the actual column information is very sensitive, you cannot make changes there. Instead of making changes there, you create an alias here as alias. So here, this is something that is not, it is out of our syntax actually, but I'm just giving you the hint. Okay, this kind of things that you can do. What is another thing I can do? See, I have the employee names as John, Jane, Mike, and all. I want to give the email addresses to them. What I can say, select employee name. Okay. I want to do the modification of the employee name, column of the employee name, e name. I'm using a concatenation operator. Don't worry about this. Just try to see the output. Okay, I'm doing something like @gmail.com as email address from EMP employee table. Now you see, e-name is there, John, Jane. I have a lot of names information. I have created an alias name, which is what email address it's, right? So select the column e-name and do the operation which you want to do. Okay, this is the operation that I want to do. E-name has to get concatenated with all the e-names has to get concatenated with the gmail.com. Okay, don't worry about this concatenation. I'll try to see the importance of aliasing here. After the concatenation, set an alias name as email address. Okay, an email address table will be created and this operation has been intacted on this, and you are able to see the information. This is not affecting the existing table. You are seeing these changes in the new table. When it is not affecting the existing column, you are seeing these changes in the new column. A temporary column. What is the lifetime of this column? The lifetime is column. Is just the moment this query is executed from year to year. After this, you don't see this information. You don't see this email address information. Practically, you can make modification on the existing column, right? By using the alias name. So actual modification will not happen in the existing column. You create an alias column. Over there, you will see the modified changes, right? And if you want, you can take this. You can consume this, and you can store in the different table. That is the advanced level discussion. So I'm just giving you the importance of aliasing. This is possible only because of this aliasing concept. If you don't have aliasing concept, this is not possible. Right? So we have just seen, okay, keep your brains limited to what? Limited to this aliasing concept. What is aliasing concept? Giving a temporary names. That's it. To which entities you can give the temporary names? To the column and to the table. To the column, you can use this as, okay, and to the table, you are not supposed to use the as. Right? So can you do the aliasing only for the columns? No, you can do the aliasing by the combination of columns as well as the table. For now, under aliasing means a temporary name or a nickname. Just keep your focus here. You will see, we'll discuss these things in detail by tomorrow. Okay, so that's all about today.